Hey guys, welcome back to Film Viral. The Harrisons have had their fair share of success stories, where they earned thousands of dollars in simple profits. But there also have been cases where the people at the gold and silver pawn shop sadly lost tons of money, because obviously they couldn't have kept themselves guarded away from the scammers. Here is a list of 5 times the Pawn Stars cast fell for scams. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. Also, if you're a fan of the show, then do give this video a thumbs up. Number 5. Letter signed by Napoleon Bonaparte. Corey Harrison was seen being scammed when a man claiming to have Napoleon-like features came into the gold and silver pawn shop to sell a letter he claimed to be signed by the one and only Napoleon Bonaparte. He tried making a small talk by telling Corey how his wife thought that he looked very similar to Napoleon, and with that, he tried to sell the letter for $4,000. Corey took the price down to $2,000, and the deal was made, later revealing that the letter was, in fact, a fake. When Corey showed it to one of the experts, he clearly denied any chances of the letter to be real. Number 4. Youth Indian Vest. A man walked into the gold and silver pawn shop with a rather unique item to the show. He claimed to have a young Indian vest made back in the 1890s. The vest was actually framed and was made with beads covering the entire outer part of the vest. He initially demanded a whopping amount of $1,800, but Rick was able to negotiate and bring down the price to $1,300. When Rick later had one of the experts examine it, it was revealed that the vest wasn't even closely worthy enough, and it was made rather recently, and that too to be sold as a showpiece and not an item that could be used. Number 3. A book signed by Shoeless Joe Jackson. When a man came into the gold and silver pawn shop with a book in his hand that apparently had the signature of the late iconic figure Shoeless Joe Jackson, Rick Harrison certainly knew that he had to get this book from this man. When the negotiations started, the owner asked for a rather higher price of $30,000. But since Rick happens to be so good in negotiation, he was successfully able to bring down the price to $12,000. But when Rick later consulted the pawn shop's expert, it was revealed that the signature might be a fake. Rick further pursued by contacting other experts, and again, it turned out to be a fake signature, meaning that Rick had been scammed of $12,000. Number 2. Comic books. When a customer's uncle passes away, the best way she thought of getting rid of his comic books was by selling them at the gold and silver pawn shop. Since she was no expert, she had no idea how much she could have earned by selling the comic books. But as she wanted to get rid of the comic books so eagerly, she decided to go to the pawn shop about prior information. She was then able to reach a deal over $500 for the entire collection. And when Chumley had a couple of experts evaluate the possible value of the comic books, there were very few that actually stood out. But the rest were completely useless. Overall, this deal happened to be a complete burnout for Chumley and the rest of the pawn shop. Number 1. Gibson Mandolin. Chumley is usually shown as the cast member who acts like an idiot and who regularly makes jokes, and this last item on the list happens to prove that narrative. Another story where Chumley got scammed and lost huge amounts of money to con artists was when a man brought the Gibson Mandolin to the gold and silver pawn shop, and Chumley jumped at the opportunity to buy it. The price that got negotiated was a whopping amount of $1,500, but when Chumley took it to an expert, it turned out to be a complete fake. The Harrisons forced Chumley to raise some money using the fake Gibson Mandolin by making him play it while he sat outside the shop. With all those huge losses, you must be feeling very sad for the gold and silver pawn shop, but in fact, they usually are able to cover up all those losses by the items they were able to sell with drastically huge profit margins. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't liked the video yet, it's never too late to do so. Give it a thumbs up, people. I'll see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.